Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking another look at Akamai Technologies, ticker symbol AKAM, that's AKAM, the chart we're looking at today. One-day chart, each candlestick representing 1 day of trading. And we go back all the way till right around February, the February lows here on this chart. This is actually the second analysis of AKAM that I've done. I'm sorry, that's actually the third analysis of AKAM that I've done. I forgot I already made 2 of these. So this is pretty much just an update video since the movement has been coming right along with what we wanted to see. So a really brief update here on AKAM. On the first and second videos, we were looking at these 2 major trend lines. Let's kind of make that a little less wide though. We had that trend line from the February lows, and then we had this trend line way back from the December highs. So you can see that the candles were starting to consolidate and get pinched between those 2 trend lines. And that's because we have this formation here. This is called a flagpole formation. And really the flagpole would have been this whole area right here, where we see a pretty sharp run up in price, and then we see consolidation. So this would have been the flag itself. Now the flagpole pattern did break to the downside here, so we consolidated down a bit. And that's the channel that we've been in here, between these 2 pivot points around $54 and around $51. And you can see as these 2 trend lines get closer, they do become more narrow. And as the candles end up getting towards that most narrow end, that's when we're going to see a breakout to the upside or the downside, depending on the overall market sentiment. Now, this trend line, when I made that first video, I mentioned that it did need to hold, and I think that first video was right around here, so a week or 2 ago. We tested the support here of the trend line, tested it here once again. So far it's held very well. My first price target was that $51 area, and we've reached that first price target, and you can see it pretty much became support. We've bounced on along it here the last 3 days, and this doji kind of dipped below it, bounced off the trend line, and became support again. So the first price target's been hit. The next price target is right at $54. And you can see as the candles end up getting closer to the end of that wedge, we're going to see more volatility. And with the way the chart's looking now, I would expect that volatility to go to the upside. Of course, nothing's a guarantee in the market, but that's what I'd be expecting. So I can see this thing hitting $54. When I first made the analysis, video 1, we were right around here. And I said the chart wasn't looking great, but there are a few things that would make it more bullish. One of those things was that this trend line needed to hold. It's been holding up very well. The next thing I mentioned was that we need to see a break of that $51 area and it turns to support. That's also happened. So it's looking more and more bullish, and it's just been going up in price since those analysis videos. Everything is going exactly as we'd like to see it. Moving down here to the relative strength index, our RSI on the 1 day is now overbought. That's really good. Let's see when it went overbought was right about here. And you can see that was pretty much around $51, and now we're trading a little bit above 52. So the whole time we're overbought, we're going to see that price increase. As long as our RSI remains in the overbought area, I think there's a very good chance that we end up hitting that $54 price target. Once we hit that $54 price target, the next price target is the $58 area. And if that $58 area does get beat and turn to support, then we can see a gap up. I forget exactly where the gap up would be, but it would easily be at least $66. So there's still a lot of work before we can get to that gap up area, but we're well on our way there, and the chart is just looking better and better. Our 200-day moving average is getting closer to our candles. Our 100-day moving average is actually below where we closed, and the 50, 20, and 10-day moving averages are all line there consolidating. So this thing's looking more and more bullish. We're above those fast averages. The slow moving averages are starting to catch up. And actually this orange line is the 100-day moving average. We're above that now. So yeah, the chart's just looking better and better and better. So you guys know the price targets I have for this thing. Next leg up, look for a break of $54. If that breaks, next price target's $58. And if we break $58 and turn to support, we're going to have a potential gap up to $66 or even higher. since it's actually cut off here on the chart. I think it was closer to about $72 if I recall correctly. So a lot of gap up potential there. Still some resistance to cover. I mean, we haven't had a sharp increase in price, but a nice steady run up, and I think this thing will continue its steady run. So all that said, that's the update on AKAM that I wanted to bring. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.